Welcome to Jackie's Craft Table. Hello, and thanks for joining me today. I've created a quick and simple card in this video. I'm coloring with Prismacolor pencils onto some craft paper. It's one of my very favorite techniques. I started out by stamping onto a piece of printer paper because I wasn't sure where I wanted the placement of my little bears. And I'm also making some masks for them. I don't want to waste my expensive craft paper, so I'm just using a piece of cheap printer paper just to figure things out. This is a Post-it note that I'm using, but it's the full adhesive coverage, so it's sticky on the whole back of it. I'm using my Mini Misty so that I can stamp it a couple of times if I need to. I'm going to leave my little bear and the pail of fish in the Mini Misty so that I can restamp this after I'm finished coloring. When you color with Prismacolor pencils, it kind of dims the lines, so it's good to be able to go back and crisp them up after you're done with the coloring. I'm going to cover him up now with my mask and pull this piece of paper out of the Mini Misty. I want to stamp the smaller bear to look like he's peeking out from behind the bigger bear, but I'm going to use just a regular stamping block for this. This is where two Mini Misties would be very handy, but since I just have the one, I'm going to put a lot of ink on this stamp and hope for the best. Now when I pull off my mask, it looks like the little bear is peeking from behind the daddy or the mommy bear. It's so cute. Now onto the coloring. I'm just using a white Prismacolor pencil to put down some color on this bear. The coloring does go pretty fast, but I do put down a couple of layers. When I color in the smaller bear, I'm trying to be a little more careful not to color over the black ink lines. I'm not going to be able to restamp this little bear, but you could always go over your images with a Copic multiliner. I'm adding a little bit of gray to do some shading on this bear. I'm also using a colorless blender pencil just to smoothen out my coloring. You could come in with some Gamsol, some odorless mineral spirits. This time I just fancied using my little blender pencil. I'm turning this into more of a Christmas card by coloring the scarves red and green. But this could also just be a happy winter card if you wanted to color the scarf with any other colors. I'm going to be stamping the sentiment that says, "Waving high, wishing you were here." I'm going to turn on some music while I finish up the coloring. Okay, next I'm going to put my card panel back into the Mini Misty so that I can restamp this Papa Polar Bear. I'm using again my favorite Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink. I just love this ink. I don't know why. There's other great inks out there on the market, but I just love this one. I'm pulling out my white gel pen just to add some highlights on the bears and the pail. I'm using a pencil to draw in a little mountain underneath my bears. Then I'm going to go over that with a multi-Copic liner. I'm using my white Prismacolor pencil here again, just to color in the snow under these bears. For their shadows, I'm going to be pulling out a blue Prismacolor pencil as well. I'm cutting my card panel down to 5 1/4 by 4 because I want the white of the card base to be able to be seen behind this panel. And then back it goes into the Mini Misty so that I can stamp the sentiment. I'm just going to be using some more black ink for that. I'm using some clear Spectrum Noir glitter pen to add a little bit of sparkle to the scarves and the pail. It's such a simple card that I just wanted to add a little more interest to it. Now for one of the fun parts, I pulled out another white gel pen and I'm just going to add various sizes of snowflakes coming down. And I'm going to be putting snowflakes right over the polar bears as well, so that it looks like it's snowing all around them. I started adding my dry adhesive to my card base, and then I realized the card panel was just slightly smaller than the card base, but I learned that this dry adhesive just rubs off really easily with your finger. There were a few little spots left behind from this dry adhesive, so I just pull out my sand eraser and that just gets rid of those. Now I can reapply my dry adhesive and put this panel onto the card base. I was going to call the card completed at this point, but it needed something more, so I pulled out some red and white twine and added a little bow. To keep the bow in place, I'm just pulling out a little sticky dot, and I'm going to put that right under the knot. I'm using my craft knife to pull off this dot and apply it, and that holds it pretty tightly. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also click on the bell if you'd like to be notified when I publish a new video. And don't forget to share this video on your favorite social media. And that completes this fun but simple card. Thank you so much for joining me today, and a very happy Thanksgiving to all of you who are living in the United States and celebrating that this week. I'm very grateful for all of you and for this wonderful crafty community that we belong to. Bye!